So you literally need to fail.
I needed to try, I needed to learn on the job, I needed to research. There's no like go publishing course. There's none. So you have to, and especially in Southeast Asia, most of it, this is very developed in like America and the UK. But let's say like countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, they don't even have this concept. It's new. So it's also not very like well known in Singapore as well, in Malaysia, Indonesia. So there's not much information and people to rely on, right, to go for it. So I realized that this is a big gap in the market, right? And this is a very big gap in knowledge.
Yeah.
So I needed to learn that. So I learned that for 3 years and then that brings us to
By yourself?
Sorry, 2 years, by myself.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I had 2 business partners, Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jasmine Cho.
Okay.
So he's managers.
Still now?
No, now it's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a hard business. It's like how to monetize it. Like how do we monetize rights?
Yeah.
It is very, very difficult, and like I don't blame them. Like obviously there were other things that would like move you aside.
Yeah.
Like things that were more lucrative. Like for him was the army tour.
Yeah.
Jasmine, she started lecturing in LaSalle.
Yeah.
Right. This company barely made any money in the first few years.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
I only figured out the sauce this year.
Oh.
Yeah, like
after
this
8 years,
year,
right? Yeah.
After so many years, right? And then so 2 years I learned how to do that. And then last year was when I felt ready enough to I found the right artist named Josh Makazo to start a label. And so my label was I found this kid. He used to work in this place called Zendel. He was an intern there.
Chua.
Yes, John. All right. Bless his soul. We had a great stint there from 2019 to 2021. Right. And during that period of time, he had an intern called Josh Makazo. This is his artist name. His real name I will not say.
Yeah.
But met him and he came into my room and he showed me a bunch of songs and I was like, this is kind of neat. But what I didn't know is that he produced everything himself. He recorded everything himself. He sang everything himself. He mixed everything himself. I thought like, oh, this is just some random kid, like, paid some producer and then wants to show his songs.
Oh, damn.
And, like, I used to be very harsh and like I come from a very like, I used to do the tough love thing a lot. So like, I was like, yeah, right,
Our dear friend Koflo.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Koflo, man.
Yeah.
Episode 3 or something.
Yeah.
Super early supporter.
Like the older
Give it to you, bro.
They don't give a shit. Right. So for me, I just kept doing that. But you know why I stuck with him? Because he kept coming back. He kept showing me songs and I was like, this is terrible. Show me again. And he just kept proving to me. And then he finished his internship, kept doing it. And I think in army, right, like he just went army. He showed me like, he was like, my debut album, Cohedian, I'm going to show you. And then he sent me 6 songs and he was like so hyped about it. And I listened to it and I was like, this is the standard that you think you would impress me. And then he was like, what the fuck?
Go back and cry.
No, he got very angry. We got a big argument like outside my studio.
No.
Like a big ass argument about like
straight up, man.
Yeah, like he was like, you don't understand hip hop, you don't understand trap, you don't understand like what I'm trying to do here. And then I went and I told him like, bro, like
this is you 5 years in already.
Yeah, this is me like 7 years in already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but before this even I was an intern. Like I used to grow up around Geylang as well. So like there's a chance where like I told you I have one business venture that failed, right? Ex-business partner tried to stab me. I have the police report.
What?
Yeah. yeah.
Wait, can we go into that? Like how? Is it because of like you're very straightforward that created that?
Look, so the summary of the story, because I don't want to get into it, right? Because of the report and everything, is that I was at Blue Jazz. I ran into him, right? This guy pulled out a knife that he said he was going to use on somebody else, which was another acquaintance of mine.